Hello, what is up gamers, back again with another video. This time, as the title suggests, yes, it's the man himself, Daniel. More specifically, Danheng Ibibita Lutney. So why the sudden topic about him? Well, a couple of reasons. First, being that his banner is currently on the rerun. If you're not made aware of, with all the hype that Black Swan is getting, it is very justifiable. Then we have King Yuan's banner also making a rerun in the second half of 2.0. And of course, we have another lightning character that will be making her way to 2.1. However, that's not all. In the upcoming second half of this update, Sparkle will be making her way, and judging from her kit, she's definitely looking to elevate Daniel's potential even further. So for those who are still on the fence with all the new characters and old characters coming soon, then I hope this video will help in making your decisions of pulling him or not. So let's dive in. By now, we have a rough idea of his kit, but just for housekeeping purposes, let's summarize his character and his kit in general. So he's an imaginary character following the path of destruction, and like all destruction characters, they slot in the main DPS role providing those huge damage numbers for the party. Of course, like all destruction characters, he has his own gimmick. For his gimmick, his skill can be enhanced up to 3 times by consuming up to 3 skill points. With each enhancement, his enhanced skill can deal high damages, with the max enhancement dealing more damages than his ultimate. A cool feature which rewards high damage output at a cost for high skill points. However, Daniel does not need to consume all 3 skill points all the time to max enhance his skill. Another way is that after his ultimate, there are these 3 stacks called Squama Sacrosancta, which is right down here, and by using his ultimate, instead of consuming skill points, these stacks will be consumed, and with 1 plus skill point, you'll be able to execute the highest enhanced skill, which costs 2 less skill points. To sum up his kit in general, you will want to get his ultimate faster, as it's beneficial, as you will not be consuming skill points and jeopardize your party's skill points economy. His main takeaway is his use of skill points, which is a very heavy price to pay, but worth the cost as you'll be providing high damage output. Then you might ask how to manage your skill point economy efficiently. A few ways. One will be placing him in a skill point positive team, which we will talk about later, but another way is through his Eidolons. For his Eidolons, getting his E2 is sufficient enough to make him an efficient unit. His E2 allows him to increase his Squama Sacrosancta stacks up to 3 after using his ult. With this Eidolon, you consume 0 skill points to get that highest enhanced skill. Of course, you're feeling adventurous, you can go up to E4 or maybe E6, which further his damage potential, but E2 will definitely be sufficient. So next, let's move on to his light cones. His signature light cone, Brighter Than the Sun, increases crit rate and stack Dragon's Call for 2 turns for 2 times, which allows him to increase his attack and regenerate percentage. Overall, a very good light cone for any destruction characters, where he can buff not only his crit rate, but also his attack, and the characters can regen their energy faster for that ult use. Up next, his Relics. The Wastelander is a good set, which slightly edges the Musketeer set in terms of damage, if you are constantly implementing debuffs and imprisoning your enemies, but the alternative would be the Musketeer set where there aren't any additional requirements to fully optimize its potential, and good for those who are focusing on speed builds. For his Planar sets, the Arena set provides that 8% crit rate with additional 20% if you can reach that 70% or higher crit rate requirement. For those speed focused build, the Glamour set will be ideal with its 12% attack increase and additional 12 or 18% increase if you reach that required 135 or 160 speed. And lastly, his Synergies. With the right synergy, even if you are a free-to-play player, you'll be able to manage the skill point party economy much better. Right off the bat, 2 support comes to mind, Hanya and Tingyun. Hanya can provide him the skill points he needs with a skill ability, while Tingyun can provide a large amount of buffs and energy to reach that ultimate faster to gain those Sacrosancta stacks faster. Then we have Silverwolf with an imaginary weakness implant which grants Daniel's 24% crit damage and imaginary break. And if you don't have Silverwolf, Bella is another good option, being SP positive, and her ult can provide that damage boost with the debuffs she provides paired with the Wastelander set for that extra damage boost. So after all that, the question of the day is he still viable? Personally, yes. Apart from his skill point usage for that highest damage output, he is definitely one of the strongest DPS currently out there alongside Jingliu, Dr. Ratio to name a few. With a significant amount of investments towards his character or synergizing him with the right characters, he's definitely fun to play with. In the matter of meta or endgame content, he'll definitely help you with MOC. However, you still have the option of Dr. Ratio, who is free. And again, with the right investments and synergies, Dr. Ratio can trade blows with Daniel, especially in single target situations. But of course, the same can be said for Pure Fiction, but Daniel does edge out with his AoE damage output compared to Dr. Ratio. However, for Simulated Universe, you'll definitely have a lot of fun using him with the right blessings. Of course, that's not all. There's a case of an upcoming Quantum Harmony character making her debut. Yes, it's Sparkle. Her kit is definitely gonna elevate his potential and value as a strong DPS character when she arrives. Of course, we have the case of the upcoming Lightning Nihility character, Acheron, which will be coming in 2.1, where everyone is currently hyping for her. So at the end of the day, what is Daniel's value in all of this? Well, to put it this way, look at what your account needs and what is your end goal. If you are looking for a new hyper carry DPS as you are content with Dr. Ratio covering the imaginary department, then you might want to put off by pulling another character of a different element. However, if you still want to pull for Daniel because you like him, also by all means, but best believe that you're gonna need Sparkle for the extra skill points and buffs that she provides for him. Sparkle, similar to Run Mei, will provide a new set of support gameplay to Hawkeye's Star Rail. With her talent ability, the skill points cap will increase by 2, and as ally consumes a skill point, there is a 3% increase in damage for 2 turns which can be stacked up to 3 times for all allies. On top of that, her ult recovers 4 skill points, and with the Cypher effect in play, the damage boost effect previously granted by her talent will increase by 6% with each stack for 2 turns. That is 9% per stack. So why bring up Sparkle? Well, first, her banner is coming up soon in the second half of 2.0. And not only that, she's gonna elevate Daniel's DPS potential even further, alongside with a couple of characters like QQ, King Yuan, and Sele, to name a few. Now that we're nearing the end of the video, I hope this video helps you in decision making whether to pull for him, or you already pulled for him and you guys wanna know how to really build him as a solid DPS character in general. Whatever the decisions you make, at the end of the day, it's just to have fun with the characters you like. So with Sparkle around the corner, I'll definitely make a build guide for her as she drops, and of course, not forgetting King Yuan himself. So that is it for now, and as always, see you on the next video.